course, I decided at the last minute I wanted to wear these particular earrings. And I can't find them. Oh, here they are. Okay. I'm waiting for y'all. Y'all waiting for me. Let's do it. And why does this want to act broken at the time I need it to work seamlessly? Oh, there we go. Yes. Yes, yes. Good morning. Say good morning in the chat if you're with me where it's at. Okay. I think I've collected all of my things. All right, we're almost there. Okay. To the garage. Thank you for liking the video and good morning. My daughter helps me with my editing of these videos and she always says, well, I can skip like the first 8 minutes because you're not doing anything or talking about anything. What's up, Chris, Glenisha? What's up, ladies? Ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're gonna lay this one out today. Oh wow, there's a very large spider on that one. I'm glad we're seeing that. Oh my god. I don't want to kill it, but he can't be over here. It's like National Geographic. I just so happened to see this friend as I moved that mat, and I'm really glad that I did because his legs are very long. If you can't see what I'm pointing at. Oh wait. I don't know. I lost it. Oh my god. I gotta know. Oh, there he is. There he is. Oh my god. Okay, there it is. I'm like, I can't even see it on the camera. He keeps like camouflaging. All right, that's it. I don't want you guys to watch. Oh my god. I just want him to go like this way. All right. Oh. Let's see who's gonna win this battle between me and the spider. Probably not me. So, okay. Battle over. Good morning. My daughter never lied, okay? First 8 minutes is me doing absolutely nothing. All right. I think I've conquered the threats. Shout out to all my arachnophobists. Oh my goodness. They told me to stop chiming in from the garage, but it's comfortable in here. It's not very chilly. It's very cold in the house with the AC. It feels warm, but not Texas hot yet. It has good acoustics when the gardener's not outside. It's a vibe in the garage. Welcome to the morning message. I know y'all be singing that jingle now. I know you play it out in your heads. Especially those of you who are here every day. Crystal, I know you know it by heart. She was like, girl, I'll be doing other things. Welcome, y'all. Um, we're going to ease into it today, clearly. Okay. We're going to ease into it today. I'll get into who I am in just a second, but it's very interesting to do this with you all every day. It's very interesting for me to have something consistent to do every day at the same time. And I know that sounds funny because just to have a job in life, right? You went to school has you be there at a certain time. There are plenty of places where we need to be and have been trained to be at a certain time and to be on time when we do it. And so I don't think that's lost on any of us. We know what it's like to be required to be somewhere at a certain time. But for me, and with this experience being, and I'm gonna say this lightly, but self-initiated, and it really was a calling, right? It was a test, in fact. In fact, it's a test for me to see if I can choose to do something consistently and regularly, I won't say without fail because life happens, but to be consistent and regular in something that I choose to do, okay? Nobody made me do, morning messages. There's nobody like on my head if I don't do it. It really is self-initiated, okay? And some of you have heard this story before to know that the morning messages was really birthed out of a selfish desire to be consistent at something that I self-initiate. And in the process of it, it has become a very sacred and kindred place for me to come and share and learn from myself. And you all are interacting with each other and audience and supporting each other. And, there's a whole ecosystem that is being built here now. And I love that for us. I do. I love it for all of us, for myself, for you all, and for wherever this goes from here. But I digress. Talking about having to be somewhere consistently. And here we are. Hi, Tony. Here we are at 9:27, and I am not even hardly into the message yet, right? But I'm here. I'm here, and I'm doing it consistently, okay? So I'll tell you, for me, there is a little bit of self-sabotage in it when I show up a little bit later, okay? Because clearly I set the rules and the time for this to know that it starts at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern, Monday through Friday, okay? There's no confusion about that, right? As we get into the title of the video. There's no confusion about clearly what I stated as a goal and objective to show up and do these live experiences at the same time every day, Monday to Friday. I've been doing it for a year. I'm not confused about it. Okay. Now, if I'm being honest with myself, I know why I resist showing up at 9 a.m. sharp every time. Even though that was my ambition, right? I know why I resist it, okay? You might not know why I'm here at a certain time, 9, or why I might be on at 9:15, 9:18 the next day. You may not know why. And on the surface, if I wanted to not be honest with myself, I could say, oh, well, I just got caught up, or oh, well, whatever, insert whatever excuse or reason there, okay? But if I'm being honest with myself, I know that it is part of my self-sabotage pattern, okay? I know it's part of the part of me that wants to resist having that kind of pressure to do or to be or to say, to channel, to all the things, right? I know there's a part of me that does this on purpose because it's like playing out a pattern of false control of a situation. Okay, I know some of you may follow what I'm saying. Some of you may like, huh? Scratching your head. And I understand it either way. Because what I'm describing is my journey through mastery, okay? And how, what it looks like for me to go through a process of personal growth and personal accountability. And that is something that some of us can relate to, or some of us can't. I mean, that's just kind of the reality of that. Not everybody is meant to get the same messages or the same thing, the same understanding in the same lifetime. You know, we're all on our own different journeys. But there I digress again. Back to this notion of kind of mastering myself and watching myself, observing myself in real time, watching how I respond to things, assessing my motivations for things. Like, this is the game of mastery, is when you really become a studier and a student of yourself and why you do the things that you do. And as much as we may try to pretend that we really don't understand certain parts of our life experience, why we get certain outcomes or have the same similar repeated experiences in your life. And I'm getting that as a channeled message around like relationships. Why do you keep meeting the same kinds of people, or something to that extent? But it's like really taking another look at your life from a standpoint of not what has happened to me, but who have I become in the process? Okay. Whew, okay. We're getting into it, kids. It's who have I become in the process. It's like starting to study why you do the things you do. What are your drives and motivations? Like, I'm describing my journey to mastery through self-sabotage. And I say that language, you know, like my brain wants to explain it some more, because I don't know that everybody really knows what self-sabotage is. But it's when you do things or think things that are in contrast to what you know you can do. And I don't know, hold on, let me describe that differently. Okay, maybe I need to, so I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm just kind of pausing. So maybe I need to slow down and introduce myself. Hi, Allah-mi Basheer, Intuitive Self-Mastery Coach. Welcome to the Morning Messages. I am describing in example and in detail what it looks like to play, dare I say, games with yourself. What it looks like to try to ignore the fact that, hang on. Let me get to the cards. I feel like the cards are going to give examples that will help me get to the language of how I feel this channeled message wants to share the self-sabotage process, okay? And what's interesting is I'm drawn to the tarot. I thought I would have been drawn to the oracle deck. But okay, let's see. How would you all describe self-sabotage? Like, what does it look like in your life? It's like an energy of stepping on your own feet, okay? It's like you are working against yourself. And you know you are. It's not just working against yourself, but you're working against yourself and you have an awareness of it, okay? So it's like you can't fool yourself. You know, if you pay attention to yourself, you know why you are doing the things that you may do that are counterproductive to what you really want, okay? You know why you do the things that you do that are counterproductive to what you want, okay? That is self-sabotage, okay? There is not always an awareness of it. We can be unconscious to our abilities to sabotage our success or sabotage relationships, okay? We can be unaware of those things, okay? But they're describing this as the things that you are aware of that you do. And the goal is to become more aware of the things you do, okay? Okay. Yeah, Crystal be singing the song. I knew it. I knew it. Welcome to the morning message. I gotta make it fun for myself, you guys. This is how I stay entertained on this end. And I hope you enjoy it too. Ooh, okay. I'll just sit that there. Okay. So this is describing self-sabotage, okay? And I feel like it's coming in, as we had that octopus yesterday, I feel like this is coming in multiple directions. This is a message that's coming in multiple forms, okay? A lot of cards too. You got 5 cards. All right, I'm gonna keep them all in order and go one at a time. Oh, maybe I'll use this today. This might be better then. Maybe. Y'all don't laugh at me. And let's see if I can not, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Only look at this part. Boom, okay? Don't laugh at me. First card up is we're talking about self-sabotage, okay? We got the 7 of Swords. All right, boom. 7 of Swords. Whew. So, this is interesting. So the 7 of Swords, for me, brings up this kind of, it's a lot of different messages I get from this card, usually, but I'm picking up, like the word integrity is what's coming, okay? Integrity. So one of the ways in which we self-sabotage ourselves, meaning we work against ourselves, is when we lack integrity, when we move without integrity, okay? When we move without integrity, okay? It's a lot of energy around that. There's a lot of energy around really paying attention to, might not even be things that you actually do in real life, is you think it, okay? So, for instance, they're giving an example of like gossiping, okay? Or what folks might call in the church backbiting, you know, when you are talking against or talking unfavorably about people. And it doesn't mean that you can't say what is fact, you know. That person doesn't have a lot of friends is, could be particularly known as a fact in the environment, right? But it's like, I don't know, it's just like a lot of energy of like letting people make it. So when we don't move with integrity, okay, and like again, it can be just in your thought, in your mindset. Being integrous means to be honest, to be authentic, to be genuine, to be value-centered, okay? Meaning you have you have a standard, a practice that has substance or intentionality. Like, and there, like I need to explain this in a lot of detail. Okay, so a lot of this energy is mental. Okay, it's like it's mental. So the way in which we self-sabotage ourselves can be in some physical acts, but we're talking about mental as I'm looking at all these swords. Okay. And so I do feel like some of you all need to let go of some limiting beliefs, okay? And some limiting beliefs, not just about yourself, but about what's possible, okay? Need some air. Hold on, I gotta get some air. About what's possible. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, so self-sabotage can come in the form of limiting beliefs, uh, negative self-talk in general. And there are some physical aspects of self-sabotage that we can speak to, the ways that we show up behaviorally, things that we do in the physical world that we know is counterproductive. But it's a lot of energy around paying attention to the quality of your thoughts, okay, and moving with integrity. Okay, so there's two different arms, right? There's two different arms of that, okay. Okay. Okay, we got now four swords, okay. So swords and tarot represent like mental, what I call mental energy, your thoughts, okay. Things that occupy your inner attention, okay. What's going on in your inner universe? What's your drives and motivations, your beliefs, your values, your thoughts, okay. So as we talk about moving with integrity and I'll also say with intention, this requires reflection, okay? It requires a lot of reflection, in fact. And it's not like, let me sit down and think about it. It's like, let me sit down and just be with it, okay? You see this person is even laying down in reflection. And the swords, again, in tarot represent thoughts, you know. And I'll say, when I see swords in the tarot, it's like not just thoughts in general, but the quality of your thoughts. And so in that reflective state, you know, when we lay down, that allows us to get into a different realm and state of sleep. And so it's like really allowing yourself to be with your thoughts as opposed to just sit and think your thoughts, okay? And those are two different experiences, okay? When you are being with your thoughts, you are an observer and a watcher, okay? You're noticing, okay? You're not judging, you're not planning, you're not directing, you're an observer, okay? So it's a lot of energy around needing to be with yourself in this way, okay? Being with yourself, being with your thoughts, noticing the quality of your thoughts. Are they positive? Are they optimistic? Are they negative or defeated? Are they scared? You know, are they fearful? What is the quality of your thinking? Okay. And if you notice this Queen of Cups coming right on in, I love it so much. Queen of Cups is all about, you see when she's focused, okay? If you don't know nothing about tarot, you can pick up some real specific themes around this card. And the cups in tarot represent what we love, okay? Like what brings us joy, where we want to put our positive attention. And it's all about focusing on the best things that you want in life, the most optimal outcomes, what you really, really, really want, okay? It's a lot of that. What do you really want? It's like, it's really what you really want, okay? We sabotage our own success because we stop in the quality of our thoughts to limit to what we think we can get or what we think we're worthy of, not what we actually really, 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 really want. Ooh, Lord, okay. I'm guilty of it as well, okay? It's like a lot of energy around really, it's think big, bitch. Think big. It's that type of energy. It's think big. We sabotage ourselves because we limit our belief to what we physically see we can get done, as opposed to aiming for what is possible. And when we start thinking about what's actually possible in life, there's a whole lot of self-accountability that shows up immediately, because we're like, damn, that is possible. You can't deny possibility. In its truest sense, you cannot deny possibility. Literally anything is possible. And some may say, well, there's some restrictions to our physical body and mass and gravity, and okay. And tell me something else. Oh, shit, let me be quiet. Y'all be quiet. All right. Anyways, let's move on. You ain't seen nothing yet, okay? You ain't seen nothing yet. However, anything is possible. So, we're talking self-sabotage. We got the Temperance card. Again, cups, feelings, emotions, what you love. We know what it looks like to go back and forth about something, okay? Temperance is all about a need to find balance, okay? So I want to speak about this in an interesting way, it sounds. So it's given like, I'm going to say the words bipolar, but we say those words in jest, also not by an actual literal diagnosis of someone. We know what, like, I want to be very sensitive around this topic, but it's a channeled message, so it's coming out in a very particular way. And I'm not even talking about diagnosis yet, okay? But as we're talking about self-sabotage, it's this energy of being hot and cold, okay? It's like, some of us operate in real extremes. It's like, and I say this, I absolutely say this about me. People either love me or they're not quite sure. Okay, there's no in between. There's no on the fence. They're either in or they're probably not out. They're probably really out. And even if they linger around, they're still probably really out. And so there's a need to be able to calibrate, okay, to lukewarm. There's a need to be able to there's a need to be able to find a balance in between, okay? So I'm getting this message, and I'm receiving this message even for myself, because yeah, I probably either really like you as a person, or I can probably do without you. Like, I don't really have a middle gradient of people that are in my world that fall anywhere in the middle. Either me for them or them for me. I don't think that it even exists. And so I definitely know I'm receiving this message. And I hope that you are too, because it's a collective message to find more balance in the way in which we engage the world, okay? It's like we sabotage our success because we're not willing to do this, that, or the other, but we also never tried it, okay? So it's there's a lot of layers, like I said, to this energy of self-sabotage. There's a lot of ways in which it plays out, and this kind of hot and cold engagement with life. You're either hibernating in the house or you're outside, okay? It's like finding the middle balance in all of that, okay? That's just how I'll say it. And then, so it's really speaking ultimately to like self-regulation. Okay, it's like if you're anything like me, you probably have some hard and fast rules about certain things in your life. Um, and it's like you might be unwavering. Sometimes I'm unwavering. I feel like I feel, I say what I said, I know what I know, kind of energy. Okay. This message feels very much in alignment with finding, I'm hearing refining that boundary, okay? Redefining that boundary to be more lukewarm, okay? So I don't know what that looks like for you in your life. I definitely resonate with it in my life. And for me, what that looks like is developing more tolerance for things like small talk. And I call it small talk, and maybe it's not small talk for the other person. That's what's not okay. But it feels like small talk to me. So I don't know. I'll have to sit with that some more. I welcome you to do the same. I'll have to sit with that some more and what that looks like for me. But I do know that I have a lot of duality. I'm a true Gemini. I have a lot of duality that allows me to have quick discernment. And I don't really deal with people in the middle. And the truth is that the large majority of people are probably somewhere in the middle, you know, in terms of how aware they are of themselves or how they engage their life, etc. Glenisha hears me. What's up, Carrie? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm all by myself. Oh no, it's me and Glenisha. Oh, last tarot card that came. Good Lord, there's 5 of them. Last one is the Justice card, okay? So, oh man, this one's tough, okay? This one is tough. So as we're talking about different aspects of self-sabotage, and you know, Justice card energy is all about like wanting fairness and wanting things to balance out and expecting. Now, I hate to say it all like this, but this is what it is. It's like expecting fairness and justice from the world. It's self-sabotaging to expect that, okay? It's like the world is not fair, okay? The world can be unkind and unjust. And I don't know why this particular message is coming through. That's very interesting to me. But it's giving like, I don't know, but it's giving like one way in which we self-sabotage is in relationships because we expect fairness. Now, I'm not saying things like respect, okay, or safety. That's not what I'm saying. Fairness. This is a particular aspect of relationship building. Oh, okay. Okay, so here's the thing. I got it. So it's given, like, I love this because it's speaking to the collective. It's not, I'm hearing the message, but obviously it relates to all of us that are within earshot of it. And so it's giving like, we shouldn't expect fairness in our relationships, meaning you shouldn't expect that people will understand you. And I know this is hard for me to even say out loud because it's like, we want this shit, you know, like, why not? Why aren't people able to understand me and get me where I'm at, okay? Because they can't, okay? So you shouldn't expect that fairness. You, me, we all have very unique gifts and abilities and know-how and presence, okay? And presence. Sometimes our presence alone is a game changer for people, okay? even before we've done anything or shared our expertise or any of the things, it's our presence is a gift to people. And so naturally, they receive more than what they may have to give immediately. Okay, and I'm not making this up. This is what this message is saying. I do relate with it. It's very interesting. We shouldn't expect fairness, you guys. Oh, Crystal, I'm on all of our necks right now, girl. This is so serious because it is so serious because that's what be fucking me up. I swear I get on these messages and I talk to myself. It's really stupid. That's where I be falling short for me, is because I know I do look for energetic reciprocity. I do, and it's a particular kind of energetic reciprocity. And it's like an itch. If you can't scratch it, then I'm gonna move around. It's like I don't know. What's y'all excuse? I don't know. I'm trying to find the words. I don't have them right now. I don't know. But that is the fact, okay? Is needing to find fairness. And I'm not saying words like reciprocity, because reciprocity can come in other forms. But fairness is such a, whew. I'm gonna have to write that down. You know what? I am open to receive sponsorships for stationery like notepads and nice, good writing pens and journals and things. I'm open to that for any of you who have friends who have businesses, or even if you yourself make products of this high quality. I really want this kind of stuff in my life. Okay? Just gonna put that out there. Because it should be hidden. I gotta write it down. What's our word for the day? Gosh, speaking of fairness. Okay. So, yeah. Whew, that was something. Okay. We're gonna just marinate on that. Ditto, if I ain't feeling it from the other person, but they seem to give it to others, I'm out. Girl. Ugh. Because it's not fair. Shit. Because it's not fair. That's why. I forgot about the name of the video. I know Spirit's gonna bring it back full circle. It feels a little bit far away. But this is where we are. She's a runner, she's a track star, okay? Girl. Now, I will move around. For sure. If the vibe's not right, oh no. Okay. Okay. I forgot the name of the video. But that's neither here nor there. We up in here now. We over here now. Into this Moonology deck. Okay. Oh, the video's about confusion. Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. Right. Confusion. You ain't confused, you know what to do. That's what it was about. Okay. So let me get grounded. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Gary. Let me get grounded to see where we're going with this. Where are we going with this? Hold on. Okay. So I'm getting, we need to talk about your relationship to confusion. Okay. Because at least today we're describing self-sabotage as having an awareness of what you do that works against you or is counterproductive to what you are wanting to achieve and experience in your life. Okay. And that's how we got to self-sabotage. All right. Is that is not something we're confused about. You know if you go buy snacks and have snacks in the house that you probably gonna be tempted to eat the snacks. And that is definitely working against you if you don't want to be a snackaholic. Okay. So you're not confused about how you are gaining the weight or getting the bad labs or whatever it is. You're not confused about it really. Okay, you have an awareness of what you're doing that is creating the cycle or the problem, and you still are choosing to do it. So there's no confusion. Okay, all right. So this card of knowledge is here. All right, and I feel like this is a real call to action to start to identify what it is that you really know that you're trying to deny yourself of knowing. It's like, what are you trying to keep a blind eye to? What are you still in denial about? Okay. Y'all might be wanting to write some of these things down. Okay. What are you confused about right now? What do you feel like you're confused about? What are you not accepting? Okay. How are you working against yourself? How are you knowingly working against yourself? Okay. So, have fun with that. Okay. Next card, they're both purple. Which speak to a lot of intuitive energy. What does that say? Knowledge. Yeah, intuitive. So, the next card says take a risk. Okay. And this is an interesting conversation to have with self-sabotage because some of you would liken taking a risk to self-sabotage. You would talk about those in the same vein of like, if I take the wrong risk, then I'm working against myself. Okay. And so that is true. Okay. And so when we start talking about things like keeping it real with yourself about risk, okay. Okay, so it's like you all need to write these things down, okay? It's like, what are you afraid to take a risk on right now? And like actually write down what are the things that fear is stopping you from moving forward toward, okay? What am I afraid to take a risk on right now? What are you afraid to take a risk on right now? Anything. A relationship, a person, a place, an adventure, a release. What are you afraid to take a risk on? It might be afraid to show up on social media in a certain way or talk about certain things. It can be anything, okay? What are you afraid to take a risk on is the question that we all need to be asking ourselves, okay? And it's like, if we're honest with ourselves about whatever those things are and whatever the answers are, and even though we probably all wrote something different, it's gonna be the same fucking process, okay? We're afraid to take a risk on things because we're not sure how it's gonna work out, okay? We're not sure how it's gonna work out, so we stay stuck, not doing anything outside of our box or bubble, okay? And, you know, it's a lot easier to say, oh, I never did that thing, as opposed to I did it and failed, or I did it and it didn't work out. So we just rather just not do it, okay? Especially if we can't be feeling guaranteed that it's going to be a perfect or near perfect outcome. So I'm going back to this notion of self-sabotage for a moment, as they're describing our inability to embrace uncertainty is a key aspect of that, okay? Is we self-sabotage when we have an inability to embrace the notion of uncertainty. Or in other words, when we fail to move forward out of fear, okay? We self-sabotage when we fail to move forward out of fear, okay? So it's like, you just never gonna experience it because you're afraid. Okay, you just never gonna do it because you don't know. So it's on some level, in order to move forward, you've got to let that go. Okay, and the last card that came out of that deck says releasing, and that's what I just said. You gotta let it go. Shit, you gotta let it go. So in order to really stop self-sabotaging, we've got to release fear as a key aspect of it. We've got to be open to bridge relationships. Okay, what that one card say? We got to embrace uncertainty. We got to be willing to take risks. We got to pay attention to ourselves. There's all kinds of real distinct messages coming through this morning. We got to stop looking for fairness. We got to emotionally self-regulate. Man, in order to stop self-sabotaging, we got to focus on what we really want in life. What's up? We got to be mindfully aware of our thoughts, okay? And stop thinking stuff that ain't working for us. Stop thinking bad, pessimistic, doubt-filled shit and move with optimism. Come on. Come on. Come on. I thought he was gonna come out. My brother, he's a good orator. I don't even know his Instagram, his TikTok to tell y'all. I'm gonna find it because I want to start following his content too. Yes, okay. So, whoa. I have one more deck and I need to move quick. So let's get into it. Y'all enjoying these messages? Please like the video. Thank you. All right. What are you afraid? Why are you afraid to take a risk? Why? Where? Oh. Why are you afraid? Here it is. To take a risk. Why? Word, and word. Good to see you, Carrie. Welcome to the party. Trying to get used to being on TikTok more. TikTok is a whole world of shit that I still don't know about. I'm not even talking about like the other content creators. I'm just talking about the platform itself and learning to use the platform. It is a whole ecosystem that, whew, there's a learning curve for me. Always good to be here, she says. Yay! I love that. All right, this is not the deck that I'm supposed to be shuffling. All right, we're gonna work with this animal apothecary deck before we dip up out of here. Um, TikTok comment, I'm on there. Girl, I have a page already. If you wanna follow the page, sure it's at Allah-mi Basheer. I don't even know my own TikTok name. Yes, there's a lot you can't say or you get banned over there. I mean, that seems to be happening. YouTube be shadow banning my videos too. I get like 12 views. These videos get pretty good views though to only have less than 200 followers. I like that. Oh my God. Why does this card keep following us? Why does it say evolve into your complexity? Why did we have this card yesterday? And I just been shuffling. Evolve into your complexity, okay? It's level up season. Oh my God, you guys. Why did we have this card yesterday as well? Why am I about to get up and run out of here? What the hell? Come on, let me shuffle some more. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? I mean, it's like exclamation mark. Okay. My word. Now, if we get the one with the line, oh, okay. I was going to say, this one is too much for me. Even for me. All right, so these cards actually did come up on the read yesterday. Church run. Oh, yes. Just to get up out to here. No, y'all, we just, what I love about these morning messages is they are not just insightful, but they really do help to give more structure to your personal evolution. Like the journal prompts that come through, the one-liners, the bones that we chew on, throughout the day. It's like, it be doing something for my soul, and I hope it do for you too. And it really is for the greater good of our own personal individual growth, okay? So, recognizing your internal thoughts and habits and patterns, the ways in which you work against yourself, like it really is not just useful, but it also connects you more intimately with yourself in ways you can't even understand. It's like you can open the door to not just self-judgment and self-criticism, but it really is greater self-love and appreciation for yourself. It's like the more you are willing to lean into your own personal growth and evolution, the more reasons you find to love and appreciate your own journey. And so it's a lot of energy around that in these two cards, okay? It's like really leaning into the challenges that life brings, because it's how we get to really see ourselves. I hate to say that, it's like there was a quote I heard by Rumi. I can't repeat it because I don't remember it verbatim, by the poet Rumi. And it's something to the extent of like our life problems crack a light for our growth, or something to that extent. I know I just tore that up. Nobody, please don't let me make it, okay? That's a hard ass paraphrase and real bad one on top of that. But yeah, it's like prayers being answered as we lean into the difficult parts of ourselves, okay? It's like not just growth, but it's evolution. It's I hate to say it, but it is true. It's toward abundance. It's like toward abundant living, where you feel more full, more complete. Not because you have more stuff, okay? But it's like you're able to move past your shadow, as I have that. Come on, look at this shit. I cannot make it up, okay? See beyond the past and shake, release, and heal. It's that type of energy. Is you not only stop bad habits that disrail your life, but you also achieve a new layer of self-appreciation and healing of old wounds when you start paying attention to yourself, watching your patterns, allowing yourself to lean into the difficult, honest conversations with self around what's really working and what's not working for you. Like it's some noble ass work to do, and it pays off. It really does pay off. So as difficult as it is for me to do this in real time, often on this platform and other platforms, I asked for this. I asked that, you know, my life's journey be that people see God's divine light in me, um, and that is absolutely my reality. And it also comes with its challenges, because it means that I have to show up and be vulnerable and willing to be used in this way. And so it is my pleasure to host these morning messages with you all. It is so transformative for me, and I hope for you all as well. And so I feel complete with these messages. I did put up begreateveryday.com again. So those of you, particularly those of you who are business leaders, entrepreneurs, you have a team at work or a division that you run or oversee, I welcome y'all to tap in. There's a lot of energy toward working with groups. I'm really looking to work with more groups. So if you belong to a social group or a fraternity, sorority, if you belong to any kind of national or local association, tap in. I definitely want to work with more groups of people so that we can impact more people faster. Yes, Crystal, you are so welcome. Thank you. Y'all know I'm staying around. And I'm hungry, so let me tap out. Y'all tap in, begreateveryday.com. Give me your feedback, y'all. Go to the site and let me know what you think, what you feel. I'm going to tell you, we are offering premium and signature services, more white glove service for corporations, schools, colleges. We're not forgetting about people, but we also recognize that the average person may not be able to invest in themselves on this level. But if you are interested, please tap in, because we are ready, willing, and able. Do you still do regular non-human design related readings? A girlfriend of mine wants to know. Yes, I do, but they are now 30 minutes instead of an hour, and still so much can be said in 30 minutes. So that would be the one distinction, and it's on the site too, under individual services. It's called an intuitive clarity call now, okay? But I absolutely do, and I absolutely will. And if we need more than 30 minutes, we'll figure that out. But that's what I got to give right now. All right, love y'all. Go to begreateveryday.com. Peace. Oh wait, no. Have a great day. No matter what.